Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Currently, we are going to be on Season 1, Episode 26A, Insane in the Mama Train. And despite the fact that this episode is supposed to be like an A part of an episode, it's actually 22 minutes long, so it's like a full-on episode, so that's gonna be interesting. And I've recently learned that I've apparently been watching this show according to the order in which the episodes were aired on TV or something along those lines. So that's kind of interesting. So according to that, this episode is the penultimate episode of season 1. And I'm not sure how much I can expect that the plot of this episode is actually going to be dealing with the finale stuff. But I guess it might be, considering that it's like 20 minutes long, it probably will deal with that stuff. Which I'm happy with. Like, we're finally going to be getting to the season 1 finale. We're finally going to be getting some serious plot stuff. And there's a lot of things that we have built up towards that I need to get explained to me, so I'm hoping that all of those things are going to get their answers in this one. But there's only one way to find out, that being getting into it. Though, as usual, before we get into it, I do want to remind you that I would really appreciate it if you guys could help me out with my transition by donating to my Patreon or Ko-fi account, since for those of you who didn't know, I am trans. And by doing so, you also get access to the full-length version of this reaction and all the other reactions that I do on the channel, which includes cartoons, short live-action TV series, long live-action TV series, and movie full-length reactions. Alternatively, you can also just stick with the YouTube version of this reaction and simply like the video, but it is appreciated if you do make the extra step to support me. Anyway, enough chit-chat about things you don't care about. Let's get into episode 26 of season 1, Insane in the Mama Train, in 3, 2, 1. Love the cinematic shot of New York. It reminds me of the 2003 series. What are you doing, Splinter?
Get out of here!
Hey, what's that?
You didn't leave any goons for me? I got all jacked up for kicking some butt, and you can't put that feeling back in the
But you haven't been trained, what are you talking about?
There is plenty more inside.
Since when are you two working together like that? Did I miss something? Ooh, that's a cool visual. I like how they're showing us them going down.
The dark armor. It is almost finished.
We need to train for Friday night's foot mission.
But today's Friday.
No, it's not. It's Thursday.
No, it's Friday.
But the mission's on Friday.
Wait, if today's Friday, then...
Wait, don't touch it!
Yep, you're late for your mission, you idiots.
It is Red's panic button. My boys are in trouble. We must retreat.
You go get him. I'll stay here and keep an eye on the armor.
No, it is too...
Don't worry. If things get dangerous, I'll bounce.
Admirable bravery, April. You are a ninja supreme.
Wait, did he just call me a pizza?
She's gonna get herself in trouble.
Start packing up the dark armor. We're moving it to its final location for the grand ceremony.
What had happened was...
Enough! You know, how can you... I am just very disappointed.
Completely understandable. They're just too immature. Dude, I'm already so much more engaged into this like 20-minute long episode than I ever was for any like 10-minute long one.
I have failed my...
Like, it's so good whenever the show has these kind of like 20-minute long episodes. Why the hell did time stop?
Hamato Yoshi, you have summoned the ancient spirit of your ancestors, the Hamato clan.
Yes, audiobook.
What are you doing here? That's so the voice actor for Splinter 2012!
Part of the whole.
Yeah, we're going to need to skip ahead to the.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, if you live, and now the dark armor is almost complete, and your sons aren't ready, chapter.
Dude, way to leave things to the last minute.
It would be cool if it was an actual crossover though.
We need to make it up to him, guys. Big time.
Don't do it behind his back though. That's the dumbest decision you could make.
What? I'm flattered that you asked for my help, Draxi. May I
You're
ask
working together
exactly
now?
what it is that you're moving?
Shut up, April. You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Hey! You're holding up the line! Oh, okay. I swear, the greatest threat to this ancient mystic clan is line inefficiency! Now move. Please!
Dad, we're sorry. Not like our normal sorry, like for real sorry this time. Will you let us make it up to you?
Yeah. It's time we grew up and accepted our destiny.
Yes!
as
Fucking
descendants of the
finally!
Tomato clan.
It's Hamato.
That's it. It is Hamato, right? We're ready to become
It's only been like
Dad.
40 episodes.
Right now.
I wish this show was in general more serious, like how it is this episode, because the tone is definitely different from your typical
We
episode.
must learn the ways of our ancestors.
Like this feels more reminiscent of the 2012 series tonally.
This will require great focus and sacrifice. It is time.
This feels honestly justifiably epic. I love it.
You must let go of your childish ways. You must become an extension of the clan, ready to sacrifice all.
Damn.
Only then will you be ready to fight.
Oh, that's cool. That might be the thumbnail.
Gold shed like a skin. You will be remade to the image of your ancestors. Are you ready, my sons?
Yes, Sensei.
That's so cool. That might be the thumbnail. And also, I love how they say in the clothes of their ancestors, because this is very reminiscent to how they look in the comic book, where supposedly all of them like are supposed to have like red bandanas. That's cool.
Sensei.
Dude, once again, it's crazy how much I rely on the turtles' headband colors to tell them apart.
Sensei, I will ignore it, Sensei.
Because like, with the headband colors, I can just look at
A
them
true ninja.
and in just a split second know who is who. But now I have to like pay attention to actually tell them apart.
Mystic train hidden behind.
Oh,
some
that's
shimmer.
interesting.
Of course, that is how they're transporting the dark armor.
Let me portal us, Sensei.
No, the shimmer blocks all mystic powers. You must use your training to get April and the armor back. Now get to the roof and jump on my command, Raph.
Please, Sensei. Call me Raphael.
Aww. Dude, I'm loving this. I wish more of the show was like this. I would have loved it so much more.
Yes, Sensei.
Although I am not gonna lie, this episode is a little bland. But the animation is superb. And it is an epic story so far.
Oh, it's you. Looks like you don't have any friends to save you this time.
Actually, you'd be surprised.
I jinxed myself. Hey,
Yep.
you guys look different. Did you get a haircut today?
Not wasting time. I like that.
Hey, are you okay?
Why do you guys look like that whole situation?
We are the Tomato Clan. Hamato.
Donnie, have you been experimenting on their brains again?
Negative. We are on a mission to find the dark armor. Are you aware of its location?
Whoa, look at the background with the skeletons. That was sick.
Everyone, get close.
Wait!
Whoa! That was cool.
Okay, let's stay calm.
This has turned all of a sudden into a fucking... What was the name of that really cool movie?
Really starting to freak me
It appears each of these buttons is tied to a different car. But I don't know which one will get us to the...
Oh, those teleport you. That's cool.
Donatello, Michelangelo, you're up.
Here? No, not here. Here? Not here either.
This is like a Snowpiercer. It's kind of turned into.
Is there something different about you guys?
Yeah, they're even lamer than before.
The sickest of birds.
Whoa.
Whatever happened to hero, villain, bad?
I love how badass the turtles are in this episode, man.
How are we supposed to find the armor? Huh?
We blend in.
What? Leo?
We remain unseen.
That's so badass. I love that. Dude, look at that animation. Dude, if the animation here is so good, I can't wait to watch the movie. Dude, I love that. That's such a cool fight. I'm gonna have such a hard time editing though. It's gonna be such a pain in the ass. Whoa! That was so sick. It's just so awesome how badass the turtles are all of a sudden.
If we're gonna get to the dark armor, we need to get past this guy. And apparently this guy.
Oh, now you're screwed.
Woo! Now it's a party. Yeah.
Good job, April.
Really? Nothing? No puns? No chill out, bruh? No ice to meet ya?
Hey, let's try and keep this professional.
I love that this episode still has time for this kind of bullshit. What the fuck is that face?
Next, what do you do if your finances have
Leo,
been hurt?
what are you doing?
Trust me, don't talk.
Which is why
That was such a funny
diversifying your
face.
portfolio
What the hell?
is the most
This train is insane. I just keep bouncing around and getting nowhere. How are we ever gonna get to the dark armor?
I don't know. There are too many buttons. Every time I try to push. Wait a second. I think I just figured it out.
I'll start over.
Nice work. Wait, did we just ninja mind meld?
What?
Oh, I thought so.
So they speak to each other
I
in
know
their
how to get to
mind?
the front.
Yes, great idea.
Wait.
That is so badass! What the hell?
It's a ninja mind meld. It's a thing we do now.
Apparently, yeah. Hell yeah! Yeah, I think that's gonna break the train's teleportation system. Jesus, these visuals are insane. I can't keep up.
Taxes are boring.
Uh-oh. Did Cthulhu decide to teach taxes? Whoa. Okay, that might actually be the
Paid
thumbnail.
attention to a small but important detail. It was the only button they didn't want me to press. Hey, I paid attention.
I did not rely on my tech once.
Rap and I mind melded. Awesome. We followed Master Splinter's teachings. We are
Hell yeah.
the Macho Clan.
How sweet.
Whoa. Dude, look at these visuals, man.
Blue turtles are all rose up.
Watch out, April.
He must be so disappointed.
April!
Dude, this is so dramatic. I love it, but I wish this show was more like that and build it up
They
more.
will never have to look at you again.
Please don't tell me it's gonna end here. Oh, come on. That is so annoying. Well, sadly, because of the way I'm doing this, you guys are still gonna have to wait probably a couple of days before you get the second part of this. But yeah, this was really, really fun. Although I'm kind of experiencing the same kind of issue that I did with TMNT 2012's first season, where a lot of the scenes in the action that we do get is pretty cool and pretty fun and pretty badass and everything. But for some reason, I just don't really feel like I give a shit, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't feel like I care. I don't feel invested. And like, I'm already so... It took me already so long to get invested into this show and its characters. It took me until, like, what? The 15th episode or something to really get into it. And I haven't been enjoying it ever since, but... I don't know, for this episode, that feeling of being invested into it is just kind of gone again. And that is probably because this is just I don't want to call it generic, but like a straightforward, plot-based episode. That is the finale. Like, it's focused all on plot, not really any funny jokes or funny concepts or interesting concepts. It's just epic action TMNT stuff. And it's just like my brain has been trained to not like expect that when it comes to this show, so it just cannot really attach itself onto it. I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. Because like, it is fun. Like, there was a lot of cool visuals, a lot of cool action scenes. I will really have a hard time trying to edit this episode whenever I get to editing it. But it still doesn't really feel like it really blew my mind or it satisfied me, you know? I don't really feel super engaged by the story. I don't feel like satisfied by it. There was a lot of epicness. But again, it doesn't feel built up. It feels like, well, it's the ending of season 1, so we gotta do some epic shit. And I don't know, I just wish it was more built up like that. Now, hopefully the next episode is going to have more of that emotion and investment and everything, especially because we've taken the time for this episode to build all that stuff up. But honestly, I feel like, all things considered, we could have literally just had the finale be one episode. Maybe that would have felt rushed, depending on what we get in the second episode, but I don't necessarily feel like this first episode had enough actual plot or content in it to justify it being 22 minutes, you know? I feel like maybe in a way the writers got so used to writing episodes that are 11 minutes long, so by the time that they have to write another 20-minute long episode, they just kind of are running out of material for said episode. Like, in a way, I feel like this episode and the next episode most likely would end up being better if they were just one 30-minute long episode instead of two 20-minute long ones, you know? But I guess we're gonna find out once we get into the next episode. But that's kind of how I feel about this right now. It was epic, it was awesome, it was cool, the visuals were amazing, but I don't really feel super invested in it. And pretty much how I felt about TMNT 2012 Season 1. And this show doesn't really have the time for me to get invested into it so we can get some epic stuff later on. No, it's this season, the next season, which is far shorter, and then the movie. But the movie, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be invested in, or hopefully I will, because sometimes my contrarianism, whether intentionally or unintentionally, just makes me have the opposite opinion. Most of the time it's honestly unintentional, like it's just how I feel about it. But there are some times where I guess kind of somewhat voluntarily I just force myself to not like it, or just let myself not like it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna like it though. I've heard good things about it, I've seen good things about it, so I think it's gonna be fine. But yeah, in terms of rating for this episode, honestly, I think I'm gonna go with kind of a modest but solid 8.4 out of 10. I think it was a fun episode. I definitely enjoyed watching it, but like I said and repeated myself already like 5 times, I don't necessarily feel super invested in this episode. It wasn't bad, but I just didn't really feel the investment that clearly it was expecting me to feel. Like, it felt a little bit of a tonal change, too big of a tonal change from the typical stuff, and my brain has already adapted to expecting a different tone from the show, so it just doesn't quite mesh in my head, you know? But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this episode? Comment those down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 patrons on Patreon. Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, and Corby Day. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, you have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not already know. That will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do in my videos. That thing being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman, though I am unsure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people. But that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really ever accept the fact that I'm trans if they ever found out, it's not really feasible or easy for me to transition here with minimal to no repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me. So if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's okay. Don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me get out of this situation. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!